Hey guys, welcome back to the BMW blog. And as you might see from the footage, I'm in Palm Springs, California in the desert. And today I'm testing out the 2022 BMW 230i Coupe with a rear-wheel drive and 8-speed automatic. The purpose of this review is really to see how it compares to the M240i. I had a chance to drive the car both on and off the track. So I would love to share some of my impressions when I drive the cars back to back. All right, so how does it compare to the M240i? Two very different cars. So the M240i sits at the top of the 2 Series lineup. It's the M Performance automobile that leads to the M2. The 230i in the US, it's the entry-level model. It's powered by a 4-cylinder 2.0-liter engine, so clearly it does not have that much power. It is not meant to be as aggressive and as sporty as the M240i, but rather a comfortable daily driver that if you do want to have some fun with it on the weekends, you can. So with that being said, how does it compare when it comes to actual driving? So I'm driving right here on some, really curvy roads, no traffic, so I can push the car a little bit. I'm in Sport individual with all the settings set up to the max. So Sport, Sport Plus, and Sport Plus for the steering, transmission, and suspension. So the car, it's clearly a little bit more tight, a little bit more dynamic. I had a chance to actually drive it in comfort getting here through the city, and clearly it is a little bit too soft. And I would say that's by design, because BMW keeps saying that they want to differentiate between the driving modes even more, right? So there is a wider gap, and that's exactly what I noticed. When you drive in comfort, the car is extremely comfortable. Makes for a daily driver in the city. If you're in a stop-and-go traffic, it's actually not too bad. Now, if you turn it up all the way to Sport Plus, then the car becomes a little bit more agile. The steering, it's a lot more direct. It is still not as good, I feel like, in the M240i, so if you expect the same level of steering input, you will be a little bit disappointed. So since this is a rear-wheel drive, the car definitely feels a little bit lighter because it's missing the extra heft that comes with the X-Drive. Yes, that car gives you a lot more grip, and it was a lot of fun on the track. But when it comes to driving like on the street, I definitely prefer the lighter feel of the 230i Coupe. So as you can see here, I'm driving through some of those corners, and steering feedback, it's good. Doesn't excel, but it's not too soft either. I do love the composure of the car in these corners. You can see here is a pretty tight corner. There is another one coming, a 90-degree corner right here. It's very composed. There is very little body roll. The suspension, it's quite stiff actually. Transmission, it's the one from the ZF, right? The 8-speed. Very smooth, very precise. While I do miss the 6-speed manual, and that's something I'll always miss in a BMW, I don't really mind the 8-speed automatic. If you really want to have some fun, you can always use the shift paddles here, shift up and down. As you can hear, there is a little bit of, fake sound inside the car from the active sound. The 4-cylinder engine doesn't sound as good as a B58 6-cylinder, but that's just the nature of it. When it comes to the interior, I find it really comfortable. I'm fairly tall, but plenty of space, for 2 people. If you want to get another 2 people in the back, that might be a little tight. I truly enjoy the sport seats with the side bolsters. It's really nice, especially when you're cornering, going really fast. So that's a plus for sure. Dashboard and layout, same as the other M240i, and pretty much similar to the 3 Series and 4 Series. No major changes. M Sport steering wheel as you expect from an M Sport package, and you've seen the footage from the outside as well. All right, so if I were to pick one today, which one would I pick? The M240i or the 230i Coupe? That only depends. I'm a driver more on the sporty side. I do enjoy the M cars quite a bit. The M2 body style has always been one of my favorites because it's so small, so compact. It's so easy to drive on the track and off the track, so that's always been my favorite. Now, the new M240i that I drove, while might not be as good as the current M2 competition, it's getting pretty close. So it is more of an M2 than ever before, right? So clearly, the next generation M2, G87 M2 will be a step further. But when it comes to the 230i Coupe, I feel like it just got the right balance in between sportiness, comfort, It makes for a perfect companion if you go on a very long road trip. It is not as harsh to drive, yet it's still quite sporty. So from my point of view, if you don't want to spend the money on an M240i and you feel like the performance coming out of this 4-cylinder and the 230i Coupe, it's good enough, you will enjoy this car. So when it comes to buying an entry-level sports car, you don't have that many options today, especially at this price point. So certainly when it comes to the BMW lineup, you can't find anything else like it. You do have the Z4, but that's a lot more expensive. You do have the 330i with the same engine and the 430i Coupe, but the cars are heavier, they handle differently. So when it comes to an entry-level sports coupe and sports car, this is the right choice. I think if you buy this car, this is a way for you to buy into the BMW brand, and if you make a lot more money in the future and you want to step it up, this is a good way to kind of get familiar with the brand, kind of learn what it means to own a drive a BMW. And also, this actually might be one of the last BMW 2 Series Coupe powered by a combustion engine. You know, with a 7-year cycle, the next generation won't be out till 2029, 2030. And honestly, I don't see BMW using another combustion engine in this car. We might see a hybrid, we might see a fully electric 2 Series, but this might be the last one that you can actually buy with a gasoline-powered engine under the hood. So with that being said, I hope this short video review has somewhat helped you make up your mind when it comes to the 230i Coupe versus the M240i. And as always, please subscribe to our channel, hit the notification bell, and leave a comment in the section below. Tell me if you prefer the 230i Coupe or the M240i. And as always, guys, thanks for watching, and we'll see you soon. Bye for now.